Matt here. Today I'd like to talk about practicing routines and how to practice. This video is for people who are practicing instruments. Doesn't matter, I'm a drummer, I play drums, so I practice drums. But this routine can be applied to guitar, to any instrument pretty much. So I definitely would like to say that I like practicing and I like progressing on the instrument. So, like with everything, I believe that if you invest hard work, that definitely you would benefit from that. There's a progress, and hard work always pays off. So, I would like to share a few things, how I practice, to share this with you guys. So, first thing first, I would like to say, when I practice, first thing that I like to focus on things. And the best way to focus on things when I practice is to slow down. For example, if I play something that's very complicated, how do I master something complicated? Well, first thing is slow down. Second, to be aware about subdivision and what is really going on in the beat, rudiment, or whatever I'm practicing. I also like to write down a journal, not to waste my time. Usually before every practice session, I would write down a journal and a monthly plan, or 3 months, 6 months, certain period of time. I used to practice for 6 hours because I thought, okay, practice makes you perfect. You need to practice. So practice, practice, practice. You need to practice. Okay. So, yes, I don't practice anymore 6 hours. I don't have 6 hours. So today I practice 2 hours, and in 2 hours I try to do as much as I can, be efficient. When I practice for 6 hours, I thought I practice 6 hours, I'm getting better and better and better. I always ask myself, in 6 hours, how many hours I really use from 6 hours? How many hours am I efficient? I find out that my practicing of 6 hours is not very efficient, and I didn't use 6 hours. Maybe I use 1.5 to 2. When you're fresh, first 2 hours, I believe it's great. And then after rest of the 4 hours, I would fool around, and that would not be efficient. So one thing that I would strongly recommend, to record your practice session, that you can actually track of your time. For example, if you have only 30 minutes, 30 minutes is not lots of time, but if you really organize that and if you use it well, then you can progress every day with 30 minutes. Now, as I said, journaling helps a lot. So journaling, recording your practice session, sometimes even bringing yourself a water, clearing the space, making sure that you have right things for the practice session, like sticks. I also like to use a metronome. I practice actually with and without a metronome. I think it's very important to, as a drummer, we are timekeepers. So timing is very important. But also it's very important to feel the song. So sometimes there are times where I just close my eyes. I don't want to hear click, 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 click. I just want to hear the song, feel it. I want to feel the music. So that's pretty much about the metronome. Also, there is a time where we need to speed up, and there is a time where we need to slow down. So there is also good to have ability speeding up and slowing down, but in control. We don't want to have things out of control. Now, another thing that I would recommend, for example, my teacher used to told me one phrase. I remember I wanted to learn something very complicated, and he explained it to me, and I was trying, and I didn't slow down, and I was pushing. And he would tell me, Matt, slow practice, fast progress. Fast practice, slow progress. And then things clicked to me, you know, okay, I really need to relax and give myself time to achieve certain goals. That helped a lot. Also, I heard people saying no pain, no gain. Okay, I 100% disagree with this. I love practicing. No one is forcing me to do anything. I can sit down with this book. I like to progress on things. I like to improve. Now, I see lots of people, or lots of kids actually, are forced to play instrument and forced to practice. They hate practicing. Actually, no one sit down and explain them why are they practicing. The reason why I practice, I kind of want to, when I play, playing and practicing are two different things. I believe when you practice, you're focused, you pay attention on things, and you try your best. In certain moment, you try your best to work on something. You're working on something, you're slowing down, so you're doing things. But when you're playing for me is just closing your eyes and doing it, expressing yourself. Just say it. If you need to say something, if you need to express yourself, just say it. This is kind of what I think what playing is for me. Now, another useful thing is to kind of, there is certain literature and there is certain videos that can help you, video practicing, of course. I'm a huge fan of Benny Greb. I have a few of his books. One of the books that I would like to mention in this video is, it's called Effective Practicing for Musicians. This book over there, I read this book, it's amazing. His methods are amazing, so I would just give you small hints. I would recommend you to buy this book actually. I'm not sponsored by anyone. I benefit a lot by reading this book and applying the methods. Basically, one thing that I would like to mention, sometimes when we don't have a time for practicing, for example, I don't have a time today, oh my God, what am I going to do? I didn't practice. So when this happens, I like to use time, okay, I didn't practice, I'm somewhere else, I'm not here with my drum kit. Sometimes I can bring a practice pad with me. Sometimes I can just bring my sticks with me. Sometimes I can do mental exercises. So pretty much I find out there's no limits, actually I can practice everywhere, even without drums. So luckily this book talks about lots of amazing principles. Yeah, it's amazing. Okay, so in a nutshell, this is what I think about practicing. I definitely hope that all this conversation would actually help you. I wish you all the best in your practicing journey. If you have any questions, you can write down in comments down below. If this video helps you, please subscribe and click on like button. Thanks and have a nice day.